Yeah, what's good, y'all? I just decided to give this album by a black poet, Rewind Deja Screw, a review. I listened to this album last night. I was just out having some drinks and smokes, and I had came back inside to do some work, on some pictures and videos. And a lot of times when I'm working on pictures and videos, I like to listen to music just to get me a little, get me a little inspired and hyped up. And for some strange reason, I couldn't decide on what I wanted to listen to or who I wanted to listen to. I was struggling. I pulled up some of my favorite artists and songs, and I was like, okay, I know what this feeling is. This feeling is that feeling of wanting to hear something I ain't never heard before. And I don't want to just hear anything that I ain't never heard before. I want to hear some shit. Right? So, how did Black Poet come up? See, I've always been a Black Poet fan, like since the Screwball days. Black Poet is an artist from the Screwball crew out of Queensbridge. And anytime I listen to Black Poet, he just always sound like the fucking nicest nigga I ever heard in my life. Like, the way he spits is just the ultimate disrespect. And for me, the best rappers, for me, have always been the most disrespectful rappers. And Black Poet is definitely one of the most fucking disrespectful rappers you'll ever hear in your life. I don't know how Black Poet came up in my mind and what made me search him. I think I may have thought of one of his songs. When I had got back into Black Poet, because Black Poet got like fucking 15, 16 albums. And I didn't go through, I haven't been following him all that time. I had got back into Black Poet through Cannabis. Through one of Cannabis's albums. Black Poet was on a Cannabis album. I think it was the Militant Magic album. And Black Poet had spit some shit on there. And I was like, oh, fuck. Yo, anytime you hear somebody an artist spit some shit, you just want to go search for them, see what else they up to. And I think that's what I did. And then, it was a matter of time before I started going on his social media and seeing what else he was up to. So I ended up following him and going back and listening to old shit and some current shit. And I was just like blown away. And you know how life is. You get busy. I kind of forgot about it. But last night, he crossed my mind. Black Poet crossed my mind. I thought about his verse on that Cannabis album. Then I was like, you know what? This nigga Black Poet got like fucking 15 albums. Let me go surf these shits. Let me go listen to one of these fucking albums straight through. And this was the album. The Rewind Deja Screw. For me to be doing this video, you know damn well I had to enjoy myself listening to this fucking album. Every song was fucking pure platinum gold. Like, listen, every song was amazing, okay? Every fucking song, every beat, every lyric, every punchline. Jesus Christ, Black Poet, who the fuck are you, bro? Where did you come from, bro? Like, we need to give Black Poet his fucking flowers right now. Please. This guy right here, he's greatness amongst us. This is greatness amongst us. The album was so fucking amazing. I just was, ranting and raving on fucking Facebook. Like, as I'm listening to every song, I'm just like, oh my God. And it's inspiring me. This is one of those guys that inspire me and make me want to, write some shit and get back into the music. And that's the feeling, the vibe that I had got last night. But no, every song was on point. Man, this guy, what I would give just to work with this guy and be a part of this fucking greatness. Like I said, every song on the album, I bullshit you not. Every song on the album was official. He was going in on this album. And like I said, Blaq Poet got like 15 albums. I gotta go back and listen to all of them shits. Then I gotta go back and listen to the Screwball album, because I haven't heard that Screwball album since the 90s or whenever it came out. I think it came out back when I was in high school and shit. Whew. Man. So, the Rewind Deja Screw album came out in like 2006. But that shit sounded like it came out 6 days ago. He had a recent album that came out like maybe a year or two ago. I never got a chance to really listen to it. I think I skimmed through it a little bit, like on YouTube, because people put their albums up on YouTube and you can listen to them for free and shit. I think I tried to skim through it, or I may have just listened to a few songs. I didn't really get into it. But now I'm like on my super review. I'm out here reviewing all fucking albums, and I'm enjoying it. Like, this was just one that just blew me away. The last one I did was MC Hammer's the Funky Head Hunter. I was surprised with that album. That album was amazing. I did a review on that, and I have a lot of other albums outside of rap that I want to review and break down and give my opinion on. Yeah, so Blaq Poet, he's been around for a minute. Like, he goes as far back as, making a diss record towards KRS-One and Boogie Down Productions, when they decided they wanted to diss Queensbridge with the Bridge Is Over. Yeah, so Blaq Poet has dissing capabilities. Yo, in fact, like, I think it was last week sometime, I actually was just surfing and listening, and I may have came across something with Blaq Poet dissing this nigga Lil Xan. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I didn't really like that shit too much, because I just felt like it was just unnecessary, Some beefs. I love beef. I'm all for the dissing records and all of that shit, but some shit we could do without. Like, Blaq Poet against Lil Xan. Like, I understand, Lil Xan was dissing Tupac and all of this, but it's just some shit is like a hit or miss. And he went in on that little fucking cartoon character, but I could have did without the Lil Xan diss, because it's like, at the end of the day, Lil Xan ain't nothing but a little punk anyway. It's like anybody could destroy Lil Xan. All right, so I just wanted to add that. Yeah, but I just can't get over how great this album was. I know today I'm definitely gonna take some time to sit back and listen to it again and analyze it some more. Maybe take notes of like the different things that was going on this album. But man, people gotta be careful with saying things like, hip hop is dead and all of this shit. When you got great shit like this, like, for me, the older I get, the more I go backwards with music anyway. Like, I'm not so interested and hyped up about new shit. I go back and listen to older shit and I be hyped up. And you could find jewels, you could find inspiration, you could find enjoyment out of a lot of music that people dropped years ago and not even that long ago. It's just particular artists. It's like, you know, you gotta have a mind of your own. A lot of people are programmed to listen to what the television tells them to listen to and what the radio tells them to listen to. I ain't never been like that. I listen to whatever the fuck I want to listen to, you know, and whatever interests me, that's what I fucking listen to and watch. Okay, I don't do what the fucking programs and commercials tell me to do. And I feel like a lot of people don't have a mind like that. A lot of people just, you know, go with the flow. They go with what the fuck the media and everything, social media and everybody's talking about and what's current and what's... Listen, that's where you're gonna find disappointment. You gotta go out here and fucking listen to this shit that you ain't never heard or seen or nobody ever spoke about. Because there's a lot of artists that people don't really support, that haven't, like, reached a certain level. Like, I always say the greatest fucking artists are the ones you'll never fucking hear or see. Blaq Poet, when we talk about king of rap and all of this shit, and y'all throwing names up there like Jay-Z and Nas, Blaq Poet will fucking smash both Jay-Z and Nas put together. It probably would never happen because, I mean, you know, Blaq Poet is from Queensbridge, so I'm pretty sure there's some kind of respect factor there for Nas or whatever. I'm sure they have ties and connections. But, you know, when we're talking about greatest, there's a lot of great niggas that come out of fucking Queensbridge. There's a lot of great niggas. Nas is just one of the most successful niggas. But when we talking about rap and real spitting, like, listen, Nas, I believe Nas, the reason why Nas was able to do songs like Ether and all of that shit is because of his surroundings. The type of fucking influence and the type of hardcore, no nonsense, no games, no bullshit fucking artist that he has around him and has always had around him growing up. Like MC Shan with the fucking Bridge. Like, that's one of the fucking illest records of all fucking time. That's where Nas comes from. So, you know, I just wanted to do this little quick review on Blaq Poet. Much love and respect to my nigga Blaq Poet. Yo, thank you so much for this fucking album right here. This album, man, has changed my fucking life, man. I'm emotional about it, man. I want to cry, man. I really want to cry because this album was so fucking great. This weekend, I'm gonna pull this album out on my brother. We gonna sit. We gonna have some drinks and smokes and shit. And I'm gonna have this nigga listen to this album. We gonna listen to this album. We gonna vibe out to this album just how I vibed out to it last night by myself when I was working. And I'm gonna press play just like I did last night and let this whole album rock out. Man, thank you, Blaq Poet, man. Thank you for being such a great artist, man, and inspiration amongst us all. We need more music like this. We need more artists like Blaq Poet, man. Not all these cookie cutter fucking artists. All these fucking copy and paste artists. We need more artists who have a fucking face and voice of their own. So, with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Hope everybody enjoys their day and their afternoon and evening, whatever time it is for you, wherever you at in the world. I'm gonna start doing a few more of these joints. I really enjoy, doing these album reviews. And that's that. Peace.